Do you feel that you have previously seen what you're looking at right now? Do you think to yourself that you have lived in another era and you feel familiar to this subject? Well, as some of the psychologists and experts of these cases and the cases which we will talk about say, they might be signs of another life. If you like this subject, then this video is made for you. As we continue, like always, I ask you not to forget to like if this video was good for you, and do not lose the next videos by subscribing and turning on the bell. Who was I in my previous life? This is the question that many ask their psychiatrists and would like to know its answer. Well, there are many psychiatrists who really believe in the previous life and have based their job on this. This subject is of great importance, which you should solve before going to the psychiatrist. One of these well-known and international psychiatrists is Scott Schmarin, who appeared on Oprah and the Howard Stern Show. He says, "I take my client into a deep hypnotic state and then move them backward on the timeline state of their life. I take them to their birth and then move them through a doorway to a time before this present life. This is called returning to past life, and many hypnosis experts use this method." First case, persistent memories. Have you heard from someone saying that they are born at a wrong era, or you yourself feel it? Some individuals love strong feelings about this, and some psychiatrists describe this feeling as a possible sign of the person's previous life. Even the psychiatrists might be willing to look into the birth order of these individuals to find more details about it. Dr. John M.C. Grail, the clinical hypnotic doctor who has been in the Chicago Tribune, Time, and New York Daily News, says this feature is common among those who have the experience of living another life. Dr. John describes these feelings as persistent memories or intuitive feelings of being someone else somewhere else at another time. According to M.C. Grail, this can be accompanied by a physical manifestation like a birthmark that, when looked at, invokes a feeling or memory. Second case, Deja Vu. If you keep on experiencing deja vu, probably the previous life which you experienced is trying to tell you something. Schmarin, who also works on mind performance training, said, "I believe it most definitely has to do with a past life." Have you ever had a strong feeling that you were somewhere before, but in reality, you have no memory of it? Have you ever been saying a sentence and feel that you have said it before, which you never have, but you're ready to even swear about it? In this case, Schmarin believes that you might be connected to the imagination of your own soul. Third case, fear for no reason. Have you ever felt a strong and illogical fear? Dr. M.C. Grail has had incredible experiences with patients who have given signs of their past life. The woman who he was working with had extreme fear of death only because she had one day looked at the sky. In hypnotherapy, we did a past life regression, and she saw that she had been falsely accused of murder and sentenced to hang. Just before they put the hood over her head, she had looked up at the sky and saw the clouds. After that session, her fear was gone, and she went back to her formerly happy life. Fourth case, strange fears. Having a physical or emotional issue It can be persistent or suddenly appear, a pain, a fear, a phobia, etc., that has no discernible origin or cause from this lifetime. Schmarin is of the same opinion, saying, "Many people I have worked with had unexplained anger issues, nothing violent or abusive from childhood, and in their past life, they were mean, violent people, warlords, dictators, etc." Fifth case, feeling close to a different culture. A Francophile or lover of France has an unbelievable interest in French living culture and almost anything French. But is this an acquired desire, or there's something deeper? Something that the person is born with? Schmarin says, if someone is drawn to a certain location or culture, that may trigger a reason to want to explore a past life experience. They should seek out a professional who has experience guiding someone through it. Sixth case, undescribable skills. Some kids amaze those around them with their extraordinary skills. The question is this, that is it the natural skill of a child which makes him learn piano at the age of 6, or is it something beyond it? What about the child who knows how to speak in another language without any educations? These cases are connected as big indicators for many hypnotism experts, which show who these individuals were in their past life. Schmarin says they have a skill or trait, positive or negative, and there is no obvious reason they would have that. Seventh case, undescribable knowledge. Having an undescribable knowledge is exactly like having an undescribable skill. For example, a few years ago, the story of James Leininger, the child who recalled his previous life as the Second World War pilot, made headlines. This child was not only aware of the airplane, but of the name of one of the aircraft carriers and one of the pilots who he was close to. As Dr. M.C. Gray believes, this is a completely common case. He knows the knowing things about another time that ought not to be knowledge as the main sign of the person being connected to his past life. Well, before watching the last case, now that you've been with us up until here, I'd ask you to send me your energetic like if you have enjoyed this video, and subscribe and also turn on the bell to see more similar videos. Eighth case, seeing similar dreams. Dreams and deja vu happen when the person is awake, but what about the things we see in our sleep? As Dr. M.C. Gray says, recurring dreams are focused around a given historic period in which you are the same character interacting with the same cast of other characters might be because the person must be aware of something which has happened in his previous life. Probably hundreds of years ago, when that individual was someone else, he knew the people in his sleep. How real do you think this idea can be? By the way, have you had a similar experience among the cases mentioned? If it is, then make sure to share your personal experience below this video. Like always, we are eagerly waiting for your valuable comment. Thank you again for staying with me till the end of this video, and I wish you happiness, my dear friend. See you in another show in Top 2 Box.